Hello and welcome to this week's news capsule. Thomas Edison, inventor of light bulb, once said, "Many of life's failures are people who did not realize how close they were to success when they just gave up." This explains the importance of perseverance in one's life. Perseverance is the secret of all triumphs. Remember, you can do anything once you set your mind to it. But it takes action, persistence, and the courage to face your fears. This week's news highlights are: first COVID-19 vaccine for children above 12 years gets emergency use approval. India's first Smog tower inaugurated in Delhi. Greenland summit receives rain instead of snow for the first time ever. Elon Musk announces humanoid robot Tesla bot that uses artificial intelligence. The new strongest type of glass in the world can scratch diamonds. Sweden's tallest mountain is shrinking from climate change. U20 World Athletics Championship 2021. Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games. And our stirring F2 segment. It is now time to begin with the news from our country.
India has approved the world's first COVID-19 DNA vaccine for anyone above the age of 12 years. The vaccine, which is being called Zycov-D, will require 3 doses across 56 days. The unique and interesting thing about this vaccine is that it is a needleless vaccine, which means instead of piercing the skin with a needle, the vaccine will use high pressure to inject the serum straight into the underlying tissues. These needle-free vaccines avoid the side effects of swelling, rashes, as well as arm soreness, which is present and prevalent in most other injections. So if you're over the age of 12 and haven't got the vaccine yet, make sure to register yourself.
The Chief Minister of Delhi, Arvind Kejriwal, inaugurated India's first smog tower last week. The tower, which is located in Delhi's Connaught Place, has 40 huge fans that will suck air from the top and release clean air filtered through over 5,000 filters. Every winter for the past several years, Delhi has been enveloped in smog for a multitude of reasons. Mr. Kejriwal said that the technology being used in the tower will be monitored thoroughly, and if this technology works, several more towers will be installed throughout the city. Do you think this is a good idea, Igraasp? Let us know in the comment section down below.
A new study has found that Sweden's highest peak has shrunk by almost 2 meters, which is approximately 6.5 feet, due to melting of the glacier on top of it. The glacier has lost 1/3 of its mass in recent years due to climate change. The average air temperatures have also been on the rise, which is causing the ice to melt at a faster rate. This melting has also been exacerbated by the changing wind patterns. The southern peak of the mountain used to be the country's highest summit. However, it is now the northern peak which is the highest. Earlier this month, the Intergovernmental Panel for Climate Change, or better known as the IPCC, released a report warning of rapidly melting ice sheets and what that could mean for coastal cities. We need to heed these warnings fast, Igraasp, before it's too late.
Temperatures at the Greenland summit rose for the 3rd time in less than 10 years, which caused it to rain instead of snow. This is extremely alarming as the warm air at the summit caused an extreme weather event that dumped nearly 7 billion tons of water on the ice sheet. This has been the heaviest rainfall ever recorded at the summit since researchers started collecting the data, dating all the way back to 1950. The melting of the Greenland ice sheets is a strong indicator of the extent of climate change that is happening all across the planet. And it is on us, Igraspers, to spread awareness and help the earth heal. Wouldn't you agree?
Elon Musk of Tesla has announced that the company is working on a humanoid robot that they are calling TeslaBot that will use artificial intelligence, with the prototype being launched in 2022. He gave even more details, saying that the robot will be 5 feet 8 inches tall and will be able to handle jobs from attaching bolts to a car with a wrench all the way to picking up groceries from a store. He also stated that he wanted the machine to not be super expensive so that it could be afforded by all. So you see, Igraspers, we're not too far away from having fully functioning robots among us.
Scientific researchers in China have found a way to create a new transparent amorphous material that is incredibly sturdy and strong. This new material can even scratch diamonds. Diamonds, which are some of the hardest materials found on our planet, are often used to cut glass evenly. However, this is now being reversed, with scientists at Yanshan University managing to create a material that has the visual properties of glass but ranks high on the Vickers hardness test. The Vickers hardness test is used to measure the hardness of a substance with this new glass rated at 113 gigapascals, which is a lot. So maybe in the future, we'll have things made of glass that won't shatter so easily.
Igraspers, post the Olympics, the competitive spirit has not died down. India, as of 28th August, has guaranteed itself at least one medal since table tennis star Bhavinaben Patel scripted history by becoming the first ever Indian to enter the event's finals. Not just that, we have high hopes for our javelin thrower Devendra Jajariya as well, who will be competing this coming week for the gold. So come on, Igraspers, let's cheer our athletes on and help them achieve glory.
Post the Olympics, India has continued its stellar performances in the international athletics events by doing supremely well at the Under-20 World Athletics Championships. India's Saili Singh managed to win a silver medal in the women's long jump with a best attempt of 6.59 meters. Amit Kumar also managed to bag a silver medal in the men's 10,000 meter race walk event, with India also receiving a bronze medal in the 4x400 meters mixed relay. These are some incredible achievements by athletes in our country, and we here at Igraasp are super duper proud of them.
Amazon has now added Bollywood superstar Amitabh Bachchan's voice to its virtual assistant Alexa. Any Alexa user can now hear the famous actor's voice by purchasing his voice pack for just 149 rupees a year. If you own an Alexa compatible device, you can get all your news, alarms, reminders, jokes and other stuff in the actor's voice. The partnership between the two was announced last September but was delayed due to the COVID-19 epidemic. So for anyone who's interested, just say, Alexa, introduce me to Amit ji on your Amazon device and you'll start your setup.
State Bank of India has recently opened up a new ATM on a houseboat in Srinagar's Dal Lake. This ATM was inaugurated on the 16th of August by the chairman of SBI. The official handle of the bank tweeted that the floating ATM in the popular Dal Lake fulfills a long-standing need and will be an added attraction to the charm of Srinagar. Withdrawing money from an ATM in the middle of a lake? Now that will definitely be a unique experience.
After nearly 40 years, researchers at the Central University of Punjab have discovered a new species of algae in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. This new species is extremely small, measuring between 20 to 40 millimeters. It is a bright green algae with grooves right around the cap that resemble an umbrella or mushroom. The botanists who discovered it have named it Acetabularia Jalakalnaka, which derives from a Sanskrit word meaning goddess of oceans or mermaids. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands are host to many coral reefs, which are extremely rich in biodiversity. So you see, Igraaspers, people are still discovering new species of algae even now.
The Vande Bharat trains are officially here Igraaspers, with these new models currently running two routes, Varanasi to Delhi and Katra to Delhi. These new trains are similar to Shatabdi in terms of speed and have a lot of amenities such as onboard infotainment, GPS-based passenger information system, CCTV cameras, automatic sliding doors with retractable coach footsteps, and zero discharge vacuum-based bio-toilets. So if you get the opportunity to go on these new trains, Igraaspers, you should definitely do it.
The word of the week is eruption, which means sudden and often violent outburst of something. The volcanic eruption was very dangerous. People had to be moved out of town to save them. The riddle of the week is, I use my ear to speak and my mouth to hear. What am I? I am a phone.
Can you guess who? This American singer, songwriter and dancer was amongst the most successful musicians of all times. His award list includes 39 Guinness World Records, 13 Grammys and many more. As the best-selling pop star of all time, he was lovingly called the King of Pop. Did you get it, Igraaspers? Give it away for Michael Jackson. Did you know that besides being a phenomenal singer, he was also a dancer who created the famous moonwalk?
Did you know that the father of history was an ancient Greek historian named Herodotus? He was the first to compile historic events and document factual information in a systematic order. He included stories passed by word of mouth and fables to make his accounts more pleasing and intriguing to read.
Quiz time! Which series of wars fought between 499 to 479 BCE was mainly documented by Herodotus in his book The Histories? Send your answers to contact us at igraasp.com. Answer to the last week's quiz. The first Olympic gold medal was awarded in the year 1904. This certificate of appreciation is presented to Neil Vikram Agarwal of Tagore International School, Vasant Vihar, for successfully participating in the weekly quiz on India's leading news capsule for tweens, Igraasp.
Igraaspers, this week let's journey to the center of the earth with Professor Lindenbrock and his nephew Axel. But would the journey be by land, air or sea? How about a volcano? There are prehistoric reptiles like pterodactyls and Ichthyosaurus waiting to be seen. There are colossal prehistoric ape-like men. There is literally a complete world waiting to be discovered down there. Join this adventure by reading this classic and share your feedback on igraasp.com/iClub.
This brings us to the end of our news wrap. Always remember that perseverance must be practiced from the very childhood so that the noble habit becomes a part and parcel of one's life. Never give up and stay determined towards your goals, because when the going gets tough, the tough get going. And remember to subscribe to your favorite news channel Igraasp before you log off. Bless you all.